I'm not going to lie. I was pissed. I was pissed. Okay, so it's in the 5th round. Now, if you don't know Alexander Usyk, he is now, what, 13-11? No, excuse me, 13-0 with 11 KOs. He is advanced in the World Boxing Super Series tournament. Now, I'm trying to figure out, should I explain what the tournament is first, or should I talk about the post-fight or the results of the fight? I guess we want to say that Alexander Usyk, not Usyk, hold on, let me do it this way. We're going to do this, and we are going to do that. In fact, let's just go fucking full screen, right? Let's go full screen. How do we get this out of here? I'll put that down there. Yeah, there we go. All right. You know, is it safe to say that, see, he's still young, but when it comes to 32 years old, you know, he's now 40-5 with 1 KO. He's been stopped in 2 of his last 3 losses, right? Yeah, against Glowacki and then Maris Briedis. Now, these are good quality, you know, cruiserweights. Now, he has tied Johnny Nelson for the most cruiserweight defenses of that title, even though he lost to Alexander Povetkin in a very ugly fight. But he's got a nice resume, and, you know, he's going to the Hall of Fame. But now it's just looking like he's just done. You know, he looked like he was in the best shape of his career, but if you don't know who Alexander Usyk is as a fighter, I'm trying to equate him to somebody like a casual fan would know. So I'm gonna get back to that later on in the video. But basically, Alexander Usyk, in my opinion, is the best. Oh damn, that shit's on YouTube already. Oh, what's a little highlight? Let's watch it.
Jednostavno, Bird je takav sudija, rekao, 74 godine ženama, na primjer, sudija u MMA i tako dalje. Stanovnik kuće slavnik, on neće
Why is full screen not available?
Pustit će da se pogađaju bokseri koliko hoćete.
Hold on. Get your little brief highlight, and this is legal. Why is it saying full screen not available? Oh, let's just go here. Duh.
Хук держит неплохо.
Oh, we're going to talk about the tournament, too.
Там небагато що виходить. Все больше ударов пропускает. Хук держит неплохо, конечно, нужно отметить. Требует боковые тренер Хука. Не цурається заходити сам у кут і захищатися у кутку Марко Хук. 10-й раунд взагалі важко німцю. Він намагається контратакувати, але більше пропускає Марко Хук. Він під канатами і знову в атаці Олександр Усик. Не останавливается украинец, продолжает свою атаку. Минута до конца этого раунда. Хук потрясен. Так, але рефері не зупиняє, продовжує атакувати Олександр. Прямі удари. Но это просто уже одностороннее избиение. Может просто заставить рефери остановить этот бой, Саша. Если не остановится. Так, тримає за руку. Рефері остановит! Alexander Usyk перемагає.
And basically, as you see, you know, so far, and I've watched every one of his fights, and I've covered the last 4 live here on YouTube, meaning, you know, post-fight videos like this. He's a fighter that beats you off of an accumulations of, damn it, let me get that off of there. He's a fighter that beats you off a accumulation of punches, you know, per se. And he is good. He does a lot of movement, and he mixes up the punch variety. And basically what you saw him do there in the 10th round, he can do that all fight. I mean, it looked like he could have just got him out of there early because he just was doing so much moving, and you can tell he just was toying with him. You know, meaning Marco Huck. Now, it's not that Marco Huck is done. It's just that, well, he's just not top tier anymore. You know, he's just not top tier. And you got to think, he really don't want to try his hand at this heavyweight division. You know, not now. So, you know, maybe, I mean, does he take some time off? What does he do? Because I don't think he should retire. You know, but it's just that he's too slow and not skilled. And when it comes to that Glowacki fight, remember, he was winning that fight. You know, so he's just not as skilled at this as this current crop of cruiserweight fighters. Now, in my opinion, okay, well, let's talk about the tournament first. Let's talk about without this being like a 20-minute video. By the way, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I know some guy in a hoodie from, you know, Philadelphia area, but listen, I take this very, 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 very seriously. I'm actually going to be covering a World Boxing Super Series fight. We're going to talk about that, though. But let's go through the tournament real quick, and I'll try to briefly explain to you what's going on. All right. So, #1 seed versus 8th seed, I guess. This was a very big fight, and also the event was really, really, really nice looking. I liked, you know, I liked the production. I liked the production. However, I was really pissed off that in the 5th round the stream had crashed. So basically, in the United States, they really did something good for us here, like by not screwing us over, because there's no American television deal for the World Boxing Super Series tournament over here in the States. I actually talked to Steven Espinoza, the president of Showtime, about would they pick up some of the fights, but he said, you know, like, it's not possible, and I can understand because that's a lot of dates for these fights. And before we get into the tournament, let me explain this. So basically, all I did was sign up. You know, I went to the website and I was like, okay, let me go check the website. This was earlier today. I said, let me go check the website to see if they give me some type of, you know, information on if I can buy, like, you know, like, let's say, for example, they would have said, well, for you to watch it in the States on this website, give us $12.99 or $9.99 or some shit a month or some shit. I would have did it. So what I did was I went to the website, and sure enough, they said they were showing it for free for only people in the United States, though. You know, or it said in certain territories. So I was like, that's what's up. You know, $50 million tournament, $25 million spread across 2 divisions. I'm glad, you know, they didn't give us a hard time about being able to watch this here in the States. But then guess what? The motherfucking stream crashed. So I was panicking and like a dickhead. I should have known. I should have known. When it comes to these live, like, streams on like legitimate, you know, internet websites, they be crashing. So I should have known to have my bootleg backed up, and I hate to do it, man. So then I'm scrambling to try to find, and Lord knows somebody sent me a link. I'm talking about the people were in my DMs like, yo, did the stream crash on YouTube? I'm like, yeah. That's like, don't worry, bro, I got you. Sent me a link. You know, but it's like, it shouldn't be like that, man. You know, I want to watch my fights in peace and not have to worry about some shit going out. You know, I almost switched from my cable company just for one network called AWE. I got Comcast Xfinity, but if I would have switched to Verizon, they have a channel called AWE and all the channels that I have on Comcast. So basically, AWE is where like Eddie Hearn and Matchroom put on fights every now and then. I was going to do that just for fights. It's just too hard for us in the United States to watch these fights. You guys in the UK, you don't understand, or in Germany and all those places with Box Nation, that shit is a gift, yo. You know, you guys don't understand how good y'all got it over here. Then look how much we pay for pay-per-views. So imagine how, listen, I post every single time I buy a fight. I post my cable bill. Them shits are expensive. So, all right, let's get to this. Okay. So, what am I looking for? Here we are. Looking for this part. Okay. So, where's it at? I'm looking for the bracket. I want to show you the bracket, because I forgot my damn self. Okay, so Alexander Usyk has advanced, right? He beat Marco Huck. They're going to fight the winner of, he's going to fight in the semifinals, the winner of Maris Briedis versus Mike Perez. Very interesting fight, because Mike Perez is technically only like 1 round into his cruiserweight career. You know, so he was usually like a 230, 240 pound fighter. Now he's fighting below the 200 pound limit. And his first fight at this division, the dude hurt his ankle or some shit, and the fight just was early. You know, it ended early. So you have likely Maris Briedis, who I think Alexander Usyk is going to win, who can very well, he is the favorite to win this. Then this fight I'm actually going to. This is going to be in New Jersey, which is about an 1.5-hour drive from me. Garcia versus, and god damn it, I got to learn how to pronounce this guy's name. And usually what I do is, before I do a video, like I'll sit there and just, you know, before I click record and just keep saying their names over and over and over. And I did it and I forgot. So this doesn't have a date yet. This fight is September the 30th, and this fight is September the 23rd. So this is the first round. Now, here's the thing that you don't know. If you do know, well, whatever, let me explain. This is a very, very time-sensitive tournament, so you can only hope that none of these fighters get hurt or fail any drug tests or anything like that. But however, they do have backup fighters. But still, I want to keep this tournament intact, because in a perfect world, you know, you would see Alexander Usyk versus Murat Gassiev in the finals. So this second round is supposed to take place in, what is it? Is it December? No, it's January, February, correct? January, February, and then the finals are going to be in May and June. So basically, you're having 3 fights in what, a 9-month period. You know, so, but for this one weight division, there's 2. There's this weight division and the 168-pound division. You know, and I'm covering every single fight. So for this division, it's $50 million split up between both divisions. For this, it's $25 million. So I'm interested to see, really interested to see how much did Usyk and Marco Huck make for the first round, because at the end of the day, you got to think these guys are making these guys are making good money. And looking at the production quality of this tournament, there's some good money involved in this, right? You know? So it's a very interesting tournament, man. You know, so far they kicked it off the right way. The next fight is going to be for the the next World Boxing Super Series fight is going to be next week. I think it's the Callum Smith, Eric Skoglund fight. A lot of people are looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Is that next week or the week after? Whatever the case may be, it's a big fight coming up. And so far, in my opinion, the tournament is off to an excellent start. But now I know that I can't trust. Now I know, man. I can't trust the stream. You know, I can't trust their streams. You know, that's whack, right? And like I said, I'm in the States, so we don't. Like, I can't, it's the fights are not on Showtime, they're not on HBO, they're not on ESPN, they're not on Fox or nothing. So I got to get on the computer. You know, luckily I got like a command center and shit. You know, so one screen the fight, I'm working on this one and doing some shit on this one and on the iPad and shit. And then I can Chromecast it, but motherfucker crashed. I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed. But dude is sharp. I'm not gonna lie. Dude is sharp. You know, and he's got a good, you know, he got a good personality, even though I understand what he's saying. You could tell he's trying to work on his English, because they was like, how are you feeling? That dude, how are you feeling, Alexander? He was like, I really feel. I'm like, okay, bro, that's what's up. Because, you know, he's Ukrainian. And surprisingly, he is like he's like a cruiserweight version of Lomachenko, like, especially with like the movement. Dude is sharp. You know, dude is sharp. Dude is sharp. And as you can see, looking at his resume, it's not much there, but he's already had the biggest win of his career against Glowacki, and now he's got Marco Huck. You know? So, you know, in the perfect world, you know, I want to see him versus Murat Gassiev in the final round. And in the super middleweights, I would like to see. Well, we're going to get Chris Eubank Jr. versus George Groves in the second round, hopefully. But we're going to save that for another video. You know, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Yo, listen, this is a nice tournament. Also, let me answer just one question a lot of people have been asking. They've been saying, why not this division or why not that division? Well, for a tournament like this with so much money, you know, in this tournament and so much riding on it, they had to get weight divisions that involve the least amount of politics. You see what I'm saying? The least amount of you know, so the cruiserweight division and that 168-pound division involve the least amount of politics. 154 would be hard. 147 would be hard. You know, but hopefully, you know, this tournament, the way they're going, and if they keep up their momentum, people will really be like, yo, all right, I like this shit. You know, like, you know, and I'm talking about like promoters and managers, and they say, you know what, I'm gonna put my fighters in it, you know? Because for this cruiserweight division, you're going to have an undisputed champion at the end of it. But for 168-pound division, you're not, because guys like Gilberto Ramirez and James DeGale are missing. Even though DeGale is missing because of injury, you know, and Gilberto Ramirez, it's like, why didn't you want to be in a tournament, bro? But whatever the case may be, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. So when it comes to the World Boxing Super Series, we are covering every single one of these fights, at least on YouTube. We're working to get, you know, like I said, I'm going to be at the one in, when is that? I'm going to be at the Gassiev Walderchek fight. I'm going to learn his name. There's no date for that. But wasn't that just announced? I'm confused. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check real quick. Hold on. Let me pull this over here. Hold on, I want to give y'all this date before I go, because I got the email. Hold on. Hold on. I might be... Is it even that fight? Is it even that fight? Let me see. Let me see. Quotes, World Boxing Super Series hits The Prudential Center. Okay, yeah. IBF champion Murat Gassiev battles former champion Christoph Wldershuk in the WBSS Cruiserweight quarterfinal October the 21st at the Prudential Center. Okay, all right. Yeah, that works. That works. You know, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box.